Hey there, amazing viewers. Welcome back to the Future Millionaire channel. I'm absolutely thrilled you're here with me today. No matter where you are in this incredible world of ours, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Now, let's dive into something exciting. We're talking XRP today, and trust me, you're going to want to hear this. Take a look at this one-day chart with me. Right now, we're sitting pretty at $2.46. Here's what's interesting. XRP was looking absolutely gorgeous earlier today, cruising above that sweet $2.50 mark. But then, as markets do, it decided to take a little breather and pull back. But here's where it gets exciting. I'm seeing signs that we might be setting up for a higher low right here. And if I'm reading this correctly, that could mean we're gearing up for another move to the upside. Now, here's something really interesting I've been seeing all over the place. Tons of traders are buzzing about XRP potentially forming what we call a W pattern on that 7-day chart. What does that mean exactly? Well, picture this. We might see XRP dip back down to around $2.40 first, and then, boom! That's when we could see the next leg up begin. But here's the thing, and I think we can all agree on this. Whether we see that W pattern play out or not, we know XRP has something big brewing. Eventually, this beast is going to break free from these levels, and when it does, we're talking about a massive, explosive, parabolic run that could blow everyone's minds. The question isn't really if it's going to happen, it's when. And that's what makes this so exciting to watch. It really is just a matter of time, folks. Now let's talk about Bitcoin for a second. Look at this. We're back down under that $111,000 mark. And you know what? When I saw Bitcoin making this move earlier today, I literally thought to myself, okay, here we go. This could be the moment we've all been patiently waiting for. Here's what I'm thinking. Bitcoin's going to push up to those higher price targets first. We all know it's got more room to run. But then, eventually, we're going to see that big correction everyone's been talking about. That's the moment we're all keeping our eyes peeled for. Now, I know what you're thinking. Didn't we expect this to happen already? And you're absolutely right. Most of us thought we'd have seen this play out by now. But here's the thing about this cycle. Everything seems to be running on a bit of a delay. The market's just taking its sweet time, but that doesn't change the bigger picture we're watching for. So let's see where this wild ride takes us next. But here's something that might blow your mind. We're literally still in what I call phase 0 right now. Think about it. We're watching gold hit these incredible levels, and what happens next is absolutely fascinating. We're about to see that classic money rotation. Funds flowing out of gold and pouring straight into Bitcoin. It's like clockwork. And here's what's got me really excited. I keep seeing traders everywhere saying that Bitcoin's real run hasn't even started yet. Why? Because this magical rotation I'm talking about, it hasn't fully kicked in yet. We've witnessed this incredible pattern play out multiple times before. First, gold smashes through to new all-time highs. Check. Then, that money shifts into Bitcoin, and boom, hello alt season. But here's where it gets really spicy. During this upcoming alt season, I genuinely think XRP could completely steal the spotlight and actually lead us into alt season. Can you imagine? All it would take is those ETF approvals we've all been waiting for. Once that happens, XRP would absolutely demolish everything else in terms of performance. And you know what? The big institutions already see this coming. They're already positioning themselves and looking down the road. They're literally looking beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. That's how forward-thinking these institutions are. And get this, even Alex Cobb is jumping on board, saying, yep, it's time for that gold to crypto rotation we've been talking about. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Check out these numbers that just came in. Gold absolutely tanked 6.3% in a single day. We're talking about the largest one-day drop since way back in April 2013. That's massive, people. Now, this is exactly what I've been telling you guys would happen. This isn't some surprise. It's textbook market behavior. When gold starts bleeding like this, where do you think all that smart money is headed next? You guessed it, straight into crypto. It's like watching a perfectly choreographed dance that we've seen play out before. The rotation is happening right before our eyes, and if you know what to look for, this is incredibly exciting. You've probably seen those crazy photos going viral. People literally lining up around the world to buy gold. It's pure FOMO in action, and let me tell you something. This exact same phenomenon is coming to XRP. When XRP really starts its breakout run, we're going to witness FOMO like nothing we've ever seen before. It's going to be absolutely wild. But here's what's fascinating about human psychology. Think about all those people who rushed to buy gold and then bam, it drops 6% in one day. How many of them do you think just panic sold everything? I'm willing to bet a lot of them did. They bought at the top and then got scared the moment things went south. Now don't get me wrong, gold could absolutely rally back and hit new all-time highs. This might just be a quick breather before the next big surge. But here's the thing about people. The moment something they bought doesn't keep going up, they get frustrated and do the worst possible thing. They sell at a loss. This is exactly why I'm always telling you guys on those red days, do not sell your crypto. Think about it logically. Why would you sell something you're already making money on? Most of you watching this are already sitting pretty with profits on XRP, yet I see people selling at these crazy low prices. These are cheap prices for XRP, people. This rocket ship is heading so much higher from here. Even if you bought your XRP above $3, and I know some of you did, it doesn't matter one bit. We're going much, much higher than that. You are absolutely going to make money off this cryptocurrency. I have zero doubt about that. Now, let's talk about the big three for a second. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. These three powerhouses have some really interesting dynamics, and there are three key rules that tie them all together perfectly. Let me break this down for you. So when I came across this article, I have to admit I was pleasantly surprised. This actually isn't bad at all because they nailed the core purpose of each cryptocurrency perfectly. Here's how they break it down, and it's beautifully simple. Bitcoin, that's our digital gold, the ultimate store of value. Ethereum, that's the powerhouse running all those smart contracts that make DeFi possible. And XRP, that's the speed demon handling cross-border payments like nothing we've ever seen before. It's like each one has found its perfect role in the crypto ecosystem. I've been saying this for ages, and I still believe it 100%. If Bitcoin is the store of value, then XRP is going to be the one actually moving that value around. I'm telling you, we're going to see XRP literally moving Bitcoin in the future. Think about it logically. Who wants to deal with Bitcoin's crazy high transaction fees? And who has time to sit around waiting 10, 20, sometimes even 30 minutes just for one transaction to go through? It's honestly ridiculous. But here's the beautiful part. We already have the perfect solution sitting right in front of us. You simply run that transaction across the XRP Ledger instead. Lightning fast, practically free, and boom, you're done. It's like having a Ferrari sitting in your garage while everyone else is still walking to work. The solution is right there. Now, let's talk about Ethereum for a minute, and I'm going to be completely honest with you here. In my opinion, Ethereum is massively overhyped. I mean, come on, look at those gas fees. They're absolutely insane. And don't even get me started on the network congestion. As a payments option, it's just not great. Let's be real about it. Don't get me wrong, though. Ethereum does exactly what it was designed to do. It runs smart contracts like a champ. But here's what's happening now. We're seeing all these EVM sidechains popping up everywhere, plus tons of other solutions that work outside of Ethereum entirely. This is why I've always said that both Ethereum and Bitcoin are like yesterday's technology. We're literally standing on the edge of seeing tomorrow's technologies emerge right before our eyes. But XRP? This is where it gets really exciting. XRP bridges anything of value. Anything. That's why no matter how you slice it, XRP is absolutely essential for the future we're heading toward. Let me paint you a picture. Say JP Morgan creates their JP Morgan coin, but Bank of America doesn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. What happens? JP Morgan coin converts to XRP. Then XRP converts to whatever Bank of America wants on their end. Boom, problem solved. It's the same story between countries, the same with tokenized assets. XRP is the universal translator that makes everything work together seamlessly. They will all need a bridge currency. XRP will catch so many people off guard. And you know what? This is absolutely true. Most people have no clue just how lightning fast XRP moves when it decides to make its move. We're talking rocket ship speed here. So when we talk about that surprise factor, it's not just about timing. It's about how people see XRP right now. For years, so many people in the crypto world have completely written off XRP, calling it a bank coin or some old relic from the early blockchain days. They've basically dismissed it entirely. But here's what's incredible. While everyone was busy chasing shiny new coins, what was Ripple doing? They were quietly building this massive network of financial institutions and payment corridors all around the globe. Think about it. All those rails, All those partnerships, all that infrastructure they've been putting in place worldwide. Now here's where it gets really exciting. With all that SEC drama finally behind us and Ripple operating freely across major markets, the stage is perfectly set for what I call a sudden repricing event. Picture this scenario. Institutional money starts pouring in at the same time retail investors rediscover XRP. When that happens, XRP's next breakout is going to hit like a freight train with zero warning. I'm telling you, XRP is going to explode when absolutely nobody expects it. It's just going to happen out of nowhere, and when it does, boom! It's going to be incredibly fast. One day you're going to wake up and see XRP blasting through all-time highs, entering full-price discovery mode, and going on the most insane run you've ever witnessed. And here's the scary part. A lot of people are going to get completely priced out in the blink of an eye, or they'll be forced to pay absolutely ridiculous prices for XRP.
How are you not bullish on XRP? So everyone's eyes are glued to that legendary 2017 to 2018 run right now, and for good reason. That's the blueprint everyone's studying like crazy. Actually, you know what? I'm getting so many questions about this that I'm going to do a deep dive video later today. I'm talking a complete, no-holds-barred breakdown because literally everyone keeps asking me the same thing. What was the catalyst that triggered that insane 2018 run? But here's the thing. It goes way beyond just finding one catalyst. There's so much more to the story that people are missing. I'm going to show you exactly why XRP is positioned to be the absolute shocker of this entire cycle. Trust me, when you see what I've uncovered, your mind is going to be blown. This is going to be huge. But it's true. You look at this chart and you could see where XRP is going. When this thing explodes, it's going to be absolutely massive, like nothing we've seen before.
You know what's funny? Everyone's looking at the chart saying, oh, we're already way up here at the top. But I'm telling you right now, that's not where we are at all. I genuinely believe we're still sitting back here at the starting line, just waiting for the real fireworks to begin. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. That's exactly why I think we're going to hit price levels that will make people's jaws drop. Numbers so high that people will literally refuse to believe them until they see it happening right before their eyes. Think about it. They completely doubted XRP back in 2017, called it impossible, said it would never happen. And guess what? Here we are in 2025, and they're doing the exact same thing all over again. History has a funny way of repeating itself, doesn't it? The doubters are going to be in for the shock of their lives.
The last time XRP did this, it rallied 130 times. Everyone's buzzing about that infamous 7-year resistance level. And guess what? It's finally been smashed to pieces. Now we get to see where XRP rockets from here. This is exactly how they're calculating that famous $27 price target that's been floating around everywhere. And here's what's hilarious. Literally everyone and their brother is citing this $27 number like it's some kind of ceiling, saying XRP will never go beyond $27. But you know what that tells me? When everyone agrees on a price ceiling, that's usually when the market laughs and blows right past it. I'm thinking we're going much, much higher than that. The only people I'm seeing who are talking about even bigger numbers, the ones looking at those massive ETF inflows that are coming. And let me tell you, that's going to be an absolute game changer when it hits. Plus, here's the kicker. Nobody really knows what's going to happen with ISO yet. That's still a wild card in the deck. And don't even get me started on how regulatory clarity is going to supercharge XRP's growth. We're looking at multiple catalysts that could send this thing into orbit. So King Valex dropped this mind-blowing calculation. He's saying that pretty soon it's going to cost you $2,000 just to buy 9,117 XRP. His take? Normal working people are completely finished, and accumulation time is officially over. But hold up, I actually disagree with that logic. Here's my perspective. If you can still afford to buy even one XRP, you're definitely not priced out yet. Not even close. Think about it this way. Look at Bitcoin right now. People are buying tiny fractions of Bitcoin, desperately trying to piece together enough to own one whole coin someday. That's exactly what's going to happen with XRP in the future. People will be buying little pieces of a single XRP token. So as long as you can still afford one full XRP, you're still in the game. The real pricing out phase, that comes much later down the road. And here's something that really bugs me. Anyone telling you that you need to hold some magical specific amount of XRP, I think they're completely wrong. It's not about the quantity you hold. It's about how long you're willing to stick with it. Look,
If you're buying XRP right now just waiting to flip it at $10, hey, that's totally fine. You do you. But if you're thinking long-term and you're willing to hold for the real journey, that's when XRP becomes your ticket to financial freedom. That's the difference maker right there.
No matter how much XRP you're holding right now, remember, more is always better. But don't stress about it. Now, let's talk about something absolutely huge that just happened. Braille just made a game-changing move by integrating the XRP Ledger, and they're solving what might be the biggest headache in payments today: moving regulated value smoothly and easily. Here's what's so exciting about this. Businesses can now issue USD-backed stablecoins, settle everything in RLUSD, and tap into all those built-in authorized trust lines and compliance features that the XRP Ledger is famous for. And the best part? It all works through one simple API. Braille just announced this incredible news. They said, "We're absolutely thrilled to share that regulated stablecoins are now live on the XRP Ledger." Can you feel the excitement in that statement? What Braille is doing is supporting the issuing and managing of stablecoins directly on the XRP Ledger. They're literally bringing compliant, programmable digital dollars to one of the most battle-tested payment systems in the world. And you know what I love about this? We keep seeing advancement after advancement for the XRP Ledger. Each one of these developments is like adding another piece to the puzzle. Over time, all of this incredible value and utility is going to flow directly into XRP's price. It's inevitable. It really is just a matter of time before this all plays out. But before we wrap up, I need to talk about something super important, especially with all the new people jumping into crypto right now. This could literally save you from losing everything. Only buy your cold hardware wallets directly from the official source. I cannot stress this enough. Here's a scary story that'll wake you up. Everyone thinks cold wallets are completely untouchable, right? Well, one fake replacement ledger proved that dead wrong. This thing looked absolutely identical to the real deal, worked perfectly. And guess what? It stole everything from the person who used it. Every single coin. Gone. When you're buying a hardware wallet, go straight to the manufacturer's website. Do not, and I repeat, do not buy it on Amazon. I've seen way too many people in our community lose their entire crypto portfolio because they thought they were being smart buying their wallet on Amazon. It's heartbreaking every single time. I'm stressing this now more than ever because we've got tons of newcomers entering crypto for the very first time. They need to learn from all the painful lessons we've already been through. The very first lesson I learned when I got into crypto? Never, ever buy your Ledger or any other wallet from Amazon. You could literally lose everything you've worked for. Don't let that be you. And just like I mentioned at the start of this video, we're honestly in a bit of uncharted territory right now with XRP. Nobody can say with 100% certainty where it's headed next. But you know me, I'm always the optimist. My gut feeling? I think we're setting up for a beautiful higher-low formation, and then we're going to see another strong push upward. That's what I'm watching for, and that's what I'm betting on. But here's the thing. If everyone and their mom is talking about that W formation on the 7-day chart, then we might actually see XRP dip lower first before it rockets higher. Sometimes the market has to shake out all those expectations before it makes its real move. But let's be real here. Nobody truly knows what XRP is going to do next. We're all just making our best educated guesses right now because this entire bull run has been absolutely wild and unpredictable. Just when you think XRP is about to explode and break through to new heights, something always seems to pull it back down. It's like watching a roller coaster in slow motion. But here's what I know for certain. That epic parabolic run we've all been waiting for? It's still coming, and when it hits, it's going to be incredible. You definitely want to be holding your position when that rocket takes off. Until that magical moment arrives, here's what we need to do. Stay patient, keep that positive energy flowing, and let's build wealth together as a community. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on today's video. I want to give a huge thank you to each and every one of you for watching and being part of this amazing journey. Your support means the world to me. I'll catch you in the next video, and until then, have an absolutely fantastic night.